Discover Matthew Perry's trust and learn about who will benefit from it. Dive into the details of the beloved actor's plans for his estate and find out who will inherit his legacy. Get ready for the surprises in Perry's final arrangements, the revelations. After Matthew Perry's death in October 2023, his half-siblings were named as the trust beneficiaries in the actor's last will and testament, which was filed 5 months later. All my personal and household effects, including but not limited to jewelry, furniture and furnishings, works of art, and automobiles, together with any insurance on such property, shall pass as part of my residuary estate, the court documents read. The will was written in 2009 and obtained by Us Weekly on Monday, March 11, after being filed in probate court. The late Efrene star named his mom, Suzanne Morrison, and dad, John Perry, as trust beneficiaries along with his half-siblings from both of their second marriages. Suzanne shares 4 kids, Emily Morrison, Madeline Morrison, William Morrison, and Caitlin Morrison, with Matthew's stepdad, Keith Morrison. Matthew's father, John, and stepmom, Debbie Boyle, also shared a daughter, Maria Perry Bowen. I loved playing with them all, babysitting them, playing dumb games with them, Matthew wrote of his siblings in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. There is no greater sound on the face of the planet than a child's laughter. Elsewhere in his memoir, Matthew wrote that his family members never turned their backs on me. He added, "Imagine such love if you can." Along with Suzanne, John, and their respective children, Matthew's ex-girlfriend Rachel Dunn was also listed as a trust beneficiary. Matthew's will stated that most of his estate was set to be placed in his Alvy Singer Living Trust. The documents also noted that upon his death, Matthew had $1 million in personal property. His reported net worth at the time of his death was $120 million. Perry was found dead in the hot tub of his Los Angeles home on October 28. The county medical examiner later determined his cause of death to be the accidental acute effects of ketamine, with contributing factors of drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of buprenorphine, a drug commonly used to treat opioid use disorder. In an autopsy report previously obtained by E! News, officials said the fool's rush. Starr underwent ketamine infusion therapy over a week before his passing and was reportedly clean for 19 months at the time of his death. There was no evidence of alcohol, methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, PCP, or fentanyl in Perry's system, according to the report. Perry was laid to rest in November at a funeral attended by his Friends co-stars Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer. We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew, they said in a joint statement to E! News in the wake of his passing. We were more than just castmates. We are a family. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more, as and when we are able. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world. Speaking of tributes to Matthew Perry, these stars also showed respect and mourned his death. Celebrity reactions. Bradley Whitford. Matthew Perry made me laugh. Hard. You have not lived until you have witnessed one of his in-between-the-takes confidential riffs on the absurdity of show business and the idiocy of male confidence, wrapped up perfectly with the sudden realization that we were both grown men who wear makeup for a living. Without substances, Matt had a huge open heart and a pyrotechnical, joyous brain. I think the most beautiful parts of Matt made him the most vulnerable to the monster that he would have to fight for the rest of his life. His battle was heroic. They don't have award shows for that. They should. Matt was full of contradictions. He was hilariously self-deprecating and insecure and wildly self-confident. He was a fountain of light with a huge capacity for darkness. He was profoundly blessed and terribly cursed. I want his parents to know that Matt was kind. Not just to his co-star, to everyone. To honor Matt, I hope we can continue the work that mattered most to him. To open our hearts to so many who share his vulnerabilities, to encourage them to get the help they need, and to give them the love and the support they deserve. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to work with Matt, to spend some precious time with him, and most of all, to be his friend. Ben Winston, I feel so unbelievably lucky to have been able to make that reunion show with 6 truly remarkable people, witnessing their precious, unbreakable bond with each other. Spending time with Matthew was simply a dream come true. Kind, caring, and a comedic genius. Gwyneth Paltrow. I met Matthew Perry in 1993 at the Williamstown Theatre Festival in Massachusetts. She wrote in a tribute on Instagram, "We were both there for most of the summer doing plays. He was so funny and so sweet and so much fun to be with. We drove out to swim in creeks, had beers in the local college bar, kissed in a field of long grass. It was a magical summer. He had shot the pilot of Friends, but it had not aired yet. He was nervous, hoping his big break was just around the corner. It was. We stayed friends for a while until we drifted apart, but I was always happy to see him when I did. I am super sad today, as so many of us are. I hope Matthew is at peace at long last. I really do. Adele. During Adele's October 28th concert in Las Vegas, which took place just hours after Matthew's death was confirmed, she paused her show to honor him, recalling the impact he had on her childhood. One of my friends, Andrew, when I was 12, did the best Chandler impression, she told the crowd. And he would do it all the time to make us laugh. And if anyone was having a bad day or feeling low, he would just pretend to be Chandler. And I'll remember that character for the rest of my life, Maggie Wheeler. Maggie Wheeler, who played one of Perry's most memorable love interests on Friends, wrote on Instagram, "What a loss. The world will miss you, Matthew Perry. The joy you brought to so many in your too short lifetime will live on. I feel so very blessed by every creative moment we shared." Salma Hayek. After his passing, Perry's Fool's Rush. In co-star Salma Hayek noted it took a couple of days to process this profound sadness. "There is a special bond that happens when you share dreams with someone, and together you work towards them," she wrote in an October 30th Instagram post. "I was very moved last year when Matthew shared on his Instagram stories how much he loved Fool's Rush In, and how he thought that film we did together was probably his best movie." Shannon Doherty. The Beverly Hills 90210 star remembered her time spent with the Emmy nominee. "Matt always had that sense of humor," she wrote on Instagram. "Matt and I had a date, and it was on Valentine's Day. He wanted to get a reservation at a restaurant in Malibu, but couldn't. So my dad got the reservation for him. We went and he talked about my dad's Irish persuasiveness the majority of the night. Our friendship spanned a long time. A lifetime, really. I know many are hurting, especially our little gang. He will be missed by many, and definitely by us. Yes, I could be more poetic, or say things better, but right now, shock and sadness prevail." Rumor Willis. The Whole Nine Yards actress, who worked alongside Dad Bruce Willis and Perry during the 2000 film, shared a touching tribute after Perry's passing. "I'm so sad to hear about Matthew Perry passing," she captioned an Instagram post. "When I was a kid, and I was on set while he and my dad were doing Whole 9 and Whole 10 Yards, he was so kind and funny and sweet with my sisters and me, and I think his physical comedy and that movie still makes me laugh so much. I know he had many challenges in his life and brought a lot of joy to people. With his comedy, I hope he can rest peacefully.